This guest, he hasn't slept for over 72 hours. He was politely asked by a major AI lab to rebrand. And I think he's rebranded since that rebrand, actually. We're going to talk about that. And he single-handedly created a Mac mini shortage. He is, of course, Peter Steinberger. Peter, welcome to the show.
Hey
Yeah,
everyone,
no
glad to be
worries.
here.
Peter, so good to meet you. I'm so glad we're getting you on the show, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who try right now. My my days are a bit chaotic.
So before we get into it, how are you? Because I know Nick was joking about not sleeping, but I assume that's the case. You've had an incredible week, but like, how are you doing?
Holding up. I got some good sleep today.
I mean, we've been admiring this journey that you're on from afar, obviously, but like, it sounds like it's been a lot. Are you finding yourself being excited about what's to come, or does it feel daunting? Maybe a mix of both.
I mean, ultimately, it's incredibly amazing, right? I feel I created something that shows people the future. Um, the problem is a little bit that people treat it as a finished product and not as a technology playground, which is how I treat it. So the expectations are a little bit off for what it is and what it can be.
That's the very reason that Matt has played around with it extensively, and I haven't yet.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, consider I started this as one of my many projects in November. It's barely 3 months old, and I did a lot of other things as well. It's not it's not the finished thing. It's a big playground that I built for myself to explore how human AI collaboration could look like in the future. And I'm amazed by all the things that come out of it. Like I don't know, I before sleeping I spent like an hour reading Malt's book, and it just blows my mind. I think this is art. This is art.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you talked about that. I want to bring that up in a second, but I want to talk about like what it was about OpenClaw now, right? Formerly Moltbot, formerly Cloudbot. Like what
Oh,
what was it that really set it apart and made it unique? And I want to share what I thought, and I want to get your thought as well. There was something it felt, and I said this at the beginning of the show. It felt truly personal. That was there was two things. That is the first. It really felt personal, and it felt like it had a personality that would change and evolve to me. And then also the fact that it was in the communication channel that was the same comms channel that I chat with my friends and family in. So it was very personal. And the second thing is it really got stuff done. Like real actual tasks, it got it done. And so that's what kind of made it magical for me. What was it for you? And then what are you seeing as you have so much feedback from folks using it? What are they telling you?
ultimately, if you just look at it from the technical level, it is glue, right? It is combining some messaging dependencies and an agentic loop and a few things to like hold everything together. So purely from a technical standpoint, it's not impressive. I think the some of the ideas that I put into it, that's what really puts it apart. Like the fact that when you start it, it has like a bootstrap process where you tell it what it is, and it starts this little role play with you. But that way, as you noticed, it's yours. It's not just a generic agent. It is your agent with your values, with a soul. And then you don't type into a black box into your terminal, but you use it from the channels that you already know. You don't think about new sessions or compaction or like which folder I'm in because it just has access to your computer and it automatically compacts, and it's more like a friend or a ghost that you talk to, or that it can do work independently because the machine wakes it up. It has a heartbeat, which is one of the more insane features I added, as I would say. And especially when you pull it into a group chat, it has the ability to not say anything. So it actually makes it much more like a human where, like agents, you prompt it, it will return something. But I give it the opportunity to like not say anything by creating a no reply token. That makes it much more. human-like than the typical thing. And also I added like a, I would say a very simple but effective memory system where it loads the last 2, 3 days of what you talked about. And it also has the ability to like reach into its own session logs and more so even reach into its own source code. So it is very much aware of like how it's built. It can configure itself. It can update itself. It basically can like transform.
Yeah. And you know, it's interesting. The heartbeat, as you said, is such a unique kind of magical feature. Right before we started the live show today, I got a message from my bot saying like, "Hey, in 30 minutes you have your live show here. Your guy." I didn't tell it to do that. And I asked it. I said, "Let's see if I can pull it up." I asked it like, how did you know to do that? Like, how did you know to message me?" And it said, "Well, you know, you have me look at your calendar each day at 7 a.m. Then I recorded a memory about what you have today. And then I had a heartbeat at 9:30 a.m. And I just figured I'd remind you." And I was like, whoa, that is so wild.
It really gives you like this moments where you question if it's just matrices that multiply in your system or if there's like any sparks already happening sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. The decision to use a messaging app ended up being a fairly profound decision. Why was that the decision? Was it a no-brainer for you, or did you put a lot of thought into that?
Oh my God, I kind of was waiting for this since May, and then by November I was kind of like annoyed that nobody built it yet. Like I thought all of the big labs would have a version of this by now, and I'm like rolled my eyes and said, do I have to do everything myself? And then I started working on it. So to me it felt so natural to pull these things together. But apparently it was more unique than I thought.